Stop wasting your precious exam time solving digital set algebra problems the long way. On the test, every single second counts, and College Board intentionally designs questions to trap you into spending 2 to 3 minutes on a single problem. But today, I am giving you the ultimate algebra cheat sheet with the exact shortcuts, hacks, and hidden formulas you need to solve them in under 5 seconds and lock in your perfect 800. No boring lectures, no useless theories, just pure, raw hacks. Let's master these secrets right now. Shortcut number 1. The Vertex hack to find max or min. Instead of using the long way, write down this formula, x equals negative b over 2a. Let's see how this works with a practice problem. First, let's look at the function. Notice the coefficient of x squared is positive 1. Since this value is positive, the graph opens upward, meaning we are looking for a minimum value. If it were negative, we would be looking for a maximum. To find this point instantly, let's write down the shortcut formula, x equals negative b over 2a. Looking at our function, a is 1, b is negative 6, and c is 5. In the next step, let's substitute these values into the formula. This gives us negative times negative 6 over 2 times 1. Simplifying the top, it's 6 and 2 times 1 is 2. Dividing 6 by 2 gives us x equals 3. Now, let's write down our original equation. Let's substitute our x value, which is 3, into the equation. This becomes 3 squared minus 6 times 3 plus 5. Simplifying this step by step, we get 9 minus 18 plus 5. Finally, calculating the values leaves us with negative 4. And that is our minimum value, fast and simple. Shortcut number 2, finding the sum of the solutions for a quadratic equation. When the SAT asks for the sum of the roots, you do not need to solve for x. The formula is simply sum equals negative b over a. Let's see how to apply this to a real exam question. Let's find the sum of the solutions for this quadratic equation. When the SAT asks for the sum of the roots, you don't need to use the long quadratic formula to find individual solutions. Instead, let's write down our shortcut formula, sum equals negative b over a. Here, a is 2, b is negative 8, and c is 5. Let's substitute these values. This gives us negative times negative 8 over 2. Now, simplifying, negative times negative 8 flips to positive 8. Write that over 2 is equal to 4. Shortcut number 3, finding the product of the solutions. Just like the sum, you can find the product instantly without doing heavy math. The formula is product equals c over a. Let's jump into the board and look at the calculation. Now, let's find the product of the roots. Instead of using the long way, we write down our shortcut formula. Product of roots equals c over a. And here, c is 5 and a is 2. Then the answer is 2.5. Fast and simple. Shortcut number 4, finding the slope from standard form instantly. When a linear equation is given as x plus by equals c, the shortcut formula is slope m equals negative over b. Let's check out a quick example. Let's find the slope of this line. Don't waste time rearranging this into y equals mx plus c. Instead, let's write down the standard form, x plus by equals c. We can see that it is 3, b is 4, and c is 12. To find the slope instantly, let's use our shortcut formula, negative over b. Substituting our values gives us negative 3 over 4 as the slope. Shortcut number 5, systems of equations with no solution. When a question says a system has no solution, it means the lines are parallel and have the exact same slope. The rule to use is a1 over a2 equals b1 over b2. Let's see how this helps us find the missing variable instantly. Let's solve this system of equations. When a question says the system has no solution, it means the lines are parallel and have the same slope. To solve this instantly, we use the shortcut formula, a 1 over a2 equals b1 over b2. Here, a represents the coefficients in front of x, and b represents the coefficients in front of y. Now, let's substitute our coefficients into the formula. This gives us 2 over k equals 3 over 6. Next, let's cross-multiply by following the yellow arrows. This gives us 3k equals to times 6, which is equal to 12. To isolate k, let's divide both sides by 3. This gives the answer as k equals 4. Shortcut number 6. Systems with infinitely many solutions. This means the two lines are completely identical and sit right on top of each other. The shortcut rule is a 1 over a2 equals b1 over b2, which also equals c1 over c2. Let's look at the last practice problem to see how easily this works. Let's solve this system of equations. When a question says it has infinitely many solutions, it means the two equations are completely identical. First, let's label them as equation 1 and equation 2. Look at the constant numbers at the end. Equation 1 ends in 10, and equation 2 ends in 30. This means equation 1 is multiplied by 3. So let's multiply the entire equation 1 by 3. This gives us 12x minus 15y equals 30. To easily compare this with equation 2, let's rewrite it in the standard format with a plus sign, using parentheses. This becomes positive 12 in parentheses times x, plus negative 15 in parentheses times y equals 30. Now, let's write equation 2 right below it. By comparing the terms, we can see that p is equal to 12 and q is equal to negative 15. Fast and simple. Before we wrap up, let's look at one final bonus practice problem to completely lock in your skills. First, let's write down the function exactly as they gave it. Fx equals, in parentheses, x minus 10 times x plus 13. To find the minimum, we first need to multiply these out. Just follow the arrows. This gives us x squared plus 13x minus 10x minus 130. Next, let's simplify it by combining those middle terms. 13x minus 10x leaves us with a positive 3x. So, our new equation is x squared plus 3x minus 130. Now, let's bring back our shortcut formula for the minimum, x equals negative b over 2a. Our a value is 1, our b value is 3, and our c value is negative 130. Let's substitute those numbers into our formula. This gives us negative 3 over 2 times 1, which simply becomes negative 3 over 2. And if we look at our choices, that matches perfectly with option D. We just solved it in seconds. Drop a comment below on which shortcut saved your life today. If you want to expose 5 more deadly SAT math traps that College Board loves to hide, click on the video on your screen right now to watch my full masterclass. Make sure to subscribe to Blackboards for daily digital SAT math shortcuts, hacks, and Desmos tricks. See you in the next video.